Good day everyone, we are the group of home studies. This will be our video representation in our podcast in Purposive Communication. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, good morning leaders. I am Feby Faith Asian Sumadia, your host for today. Today we have our three guests named Florence Romo, Christine Hilado, and Erica Dalicano. So we are going to talk about communication. Let's begin. So the first question is for Ma'am Florence Romo. For you, what is communication? Ma'am Florence?
I'm sorry, I'm muted. So, okay, let's proceed. So, communication. Communication is the process of sending and receiving messages through verbal and non-verbal communication. So, when we say verbal communication, it is the use of words to convey the message. So, example of verbal communication is our phone calls. And like we did right now, Google Meet. That is example of verbal communication. So, in other words, verbal communication it is the use of voice or a sound or a speech. So, there's another way of verbal communication such as the written or writing letters, texting, emailing, and sending messages to your friend. So, for non-verbal communication, so when we say non-verbal communication, we are using our body language to convey a message. For example, covering our mouth, head nod, finger signals, arm chest over cross. Arm cross over chest is the gesture of indicating defensiveness or stress. So, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Another question is, how important is communication in your daily life? Or how did you use communication in your life?
So, as we all know, as we can see in our current living, so communication is in every human. So, it is the fundamental of the existence for us as a human. So when we use communication, we use it when we are interacting with people in our society. So we use communication in education, in our job, in our daily interaction with our friends, our relatives. So by means of communication, we can express our thoughts, our feelings, our opinions, and we can share our knowledge, or we can share information through communication. So, it is so essential to us. That's it, ma'am.
Thank you. And for the next question is for Ma'am Erica Dalicano. How is communication is essential to our future career as a future teachers? Thank you. And for example, you are now a teacher. How can you apply those learnings, or how can you apply those knowledge of you if you are now in the field of teaching? Can you answer, or can you share your idea, Ma'am Florence Romo?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, if I will be a teacher someday, so I will apply those learnings I get from a 7th level because I like the way she teaches us. So, I will do my best to communicate my students effectively and appropriately. So,
makes perfect. And for the next question is for Ma'am Christine Hilado. Why is communication important to education?
As a future educator, communication is important because communication focuses on the teaching of communication and the content explicitly, including topics such as curriculum, assessment. Communication is important that students have a good communication. The success of the student depends on the teachers who now deliver the basic training through communication. It promotes the academic. Through communication, students free to inform, to express, speak, to imagine, to influence, and to meet social situations, to effectively communicate in a different kind of communication not only conveys information but it encourages effort, motivates attitude, and stimulates thinking. Without it, there will be a chaos in the world. That's all.
Yes, communication is very essential to education because we need to communicate during our meetings. Because how can we learn if we won't communicate, right? It is true that the students' learnings depends on how the teacher is delivering the message or how the teacher explains the lessons. And for the next question, for Miss Erica Dalican, why good communication is essential to teachers and students? The next question is for Ma'am Erica Dalicano. How can we establish or how can you establish an effective communication? Especially in education, because it will lead us to have a better relationship with each other or with other people. So, thank you for that answer, Ma'am Erica. And for the last question, as a future teacher, what do you think is the effective ways to communicate with our students? Ma'am Florence Romo.
In our career, it is required our good communication skills. So, as we remember, Ms. Celita Nuevo, as she delivered the message of her lesson, she really emphasized every certain word. So, studying or having a good communication skills is very important as an educator. So, as we communicate to our students, we can effectively convey messages through the proper way of using our grammar, and so we can conduct better learning and instructions to our students, just like Ma'am Celita did to us.
Yes, thank you very much and thank you for your participation.